What's up, everybody? It is Sunday. It is 8:01 Pacific Standard Time. Do you know where your cryptids are?
Yeah, back over here somewhere. Yeah, back there.
Top of the hour. We have
Good.
got a few things. So the clothing line that we've been talking about, our t-shirts, I did get the test sample and they are poor quality. So we are looking for a brand new storefront with better quality shirts because we're not going to sell you just a piece of crap that's going to fall apart after 2 or 3 washings. We want to make sure that you are wearing our logos that are not going to be crap.
For sure.
We've been saying it, DBK Media, it's an offshoot of DBK Investigations because that's going to be the sole focus of DBK Media is doing the documentaries, the podcasts, and any other crazy items that we come across. We are starting our first documentary. It is a Bigfoot documentary that'll be started next year. I am not going to give a release date time. We're not going to shoot for that. We want quality instead of quantity. So we ain't going to go out and shoot 11 movies in a month and just throw them out there for everyone to see. We want to make sure that we're putting out quality merchandise.
We're going to go back to the beginning where it all began. Relive that from then to now. Right?
Yep, we're going to go back to the original sightings location of ours. We're going to go to all the nests. We're going to go to where we found all the prints. That whole documentary. Huh?
TP, the kill zone, the TP.
Kill zone.
Yep.
Everything that we witnessed in 6 years, which would be 7 years next year, we are going to make an entire documentary on everything that we have witnessed, everything we've come across, how it has changed our lives from being paranormal investigators to now being cryptid investigators.
Now, don't get us wrong. We still do the paranormal. We're just expanding.
We're expanding the umbrella of what we do.
Exactly.
Because when you come across a family of Squatch, it changes you sometimes for the better.
Oh, is that what's happened? It's for the better?
I don't know. I mean, hey, you know what? We're getting outside and we're doing a lot of hiking.
So you say we're getting exercise is what you're saying?
We're getting exercise. Even on a bad day, we're getting a good walk in, even though there's a few times that these hills are killing us. But
yeah.
I do know that the Bigfoot video will be one project. Pisgah Home Colony will be another project. Then we have a mystery project that we're not discussing everything on, but things are in the works. And if it happens, it is going to be phenomenal. And it's going to be probably one of the better films we would have produced.
Absolutely.
And that will be the film itself will cover 3 buildings, hopefully. So we're going to try to do some St. Helens history with 3 different things.
That's going to have to be like a multi-documentary on that one to cover everything and get it, just right.
Well, I know there's a series of films that there's a guy named, last name is Shippy. He's a rapper and he does all these paranormal, a haunting on street. A haunting of this. And I mean, the dude's got like, I don't know, 12, 13 movies out that are all a haunting of. Oh. And it's his entire investigation. So it's like taking a certain somebody's doing an hour and this guy's punching out like a 2-hour movie of all the investigation work that he's doing. He's not really he's not doing a lot of serious editing. I mean, it's still a movie, but he's getting a lot of better stuff, and it's actually showing the whole night pretty much, not just a chunk of time. But anyway, we're not here to talk about all of our fun, happy stuff. We're here to talk about... We are, by the way, season 5, episode 3. We are in Paranormal Investigator Month. We are talking about one Mr. Harry Price. And this is where Tammy is going to take it and run with it.
It's going to be a night. She's tired. She had too much fun with the girls tonight.
It was last night. It was fun. Okay, so Harry Price was the preeminent British psychic researcher and author. His prolific career established him as the original paranormal investigator. He gained public prominence by both investigating psychical phenomena and meticulously exposing fraudulent spiritualist mediums. Driven by a desire for fame, Price famously investigated Borley Rectory, declaring it the most haunted house in England. His methods, however, often caused friction, leading him to separate from the Society for Psychical Research to found his own organization. Price's enduring fame is such that even a mediocre film, which depicts him listening to a World War II soldier's ghost story at the rectory ruins, uses his investigation as his compelling backdrop. So Harry Price was born in London on January 17, 1881, to Edward Dighton and Emma Randall Price, and had an older sister named Annie. His lifelong passion for magic and the paranormal began early, specifically in 1889 after attending a stage magic show. Between 1901 and 1908, Price moved to Peterborough, where he met Constance Mary Knight. They married in August of 1908 when he was 26. Alongside his interests in magic, the paranormal, and archaeology, Price worked as a salesman for Edward Saunders & Son and wrote for local papers. However, a significant inheritance following his father's death in 1906 granted him greater financial independence. By 1920, Harry Price joined the Society for Psychical Research, leveraging his expertise as a magician to expose fraudulent mediums. His most significant early success was the unmasking of spirit photographer William Hope in 1922. Price revealed that Hope preyed on the grief of clients by faking photographs of the deceased. Price claimed that Hope used pre-exposed plates in his camera, a method he discovered by secretly substituting the photographer's plates with his own. That would be an interesting way to have ghosts, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like a lot of the apps that, you take a picture and the app will put a ghost in the picture for you.
Or like those 1970s ones where you have the picture of you looking off in the distance and then your other picture here, and it was like your really weird family school pictures and stuff.
Yeah, those wonderful little nice double negatives.
Yeah, my aunt did those all the time. Okay, so due to internal disagreements, Price founded the National Laboratory of Psychical Research in 1925. Though he remained a member of the SPR, which was the other one, he continued his debunking work by designing contraptions specifically meant to detect the trickery of false mediums. In 1907, Price joined the Ghost Club, an association that would later become a significant part of his life. So, the 1930s were a bustling and influential time for Harry Price. In addition to continuing his work exposing fraud, he was made the first chairman of the National Film Library, which is the British Film Institute. And the year 1936 was particularly active. He presented a BBC broadcast from a reportedly haunted site in Neofan, Kent, and his complete library and investigative apparatus were transferred to the University of London. He also authored two works, The Confessions of a Ghost Hunter and The Haunting of Cashin's Gap. So he rented the Borley Rectory for a year in 1937. As subject to surrounding controversy, controversy is beyond the scope of this account. While undertaking further televised paranormal experiments to cap off the decade, he successfully reestablished the Ghost Club in 1938 after a temporary suspension in 1936. He transformed it into a modern investigative body for rational skeptics. I can't talk tonight.
Yeah, told you.
His activities decreased in the 1940s, focusing primarily on writing. He published his final 3 books, The Most Haunted House in England, The Poltergeist over England, and The End of the Borley Rectory. Harry Price died from a heart attack at his home in Peterborough on March 29, 1948, at the age of 63, and he was subsequently interned at St. Mary's Church on April 2nd.
Julie says words are hard.
Okay. So,
And she's
Price
not even
was
drinking.
Right.
I think I stayed up too late last night.
You stayed up too late, and James and I are drinking.
Well, see, if you was drinking, you'd be able to talk right.
Maybe I need to start drinking.
No, don't do that on account of us.
No, I don't drink. So, Harry Price was fundamentally a committed skeptic who believed that the vast majority of mediumistic phenomena was fraudulent. A staunch member of the Church of England, his disdain was primarily aimed at the fraudulent mediums who exploited the grief-stricken public, particularly after World War I. He was famously harsh on naive spiritualists, whom he labeled cheesecloth worshippers. And his intense anti-spiritualist stance earned him the title of the whipping boy of spiritualism. And that was from his biographer, Paul Tagore. He noted, the rites and trappings of spiritualist churches awakened a deep antipathy which he never rid himself of. Price frequently clashed with vocal proponents like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and generated furious controversy among spiritualists. So, I guess he clashed with the Sherlock Holmes dude. However, it was only after his death in March 1948 that anyone openly challenged his integrity and honesty, and a challenge that the television program about him seems to assume. So there's I don't know what it's on, but there's a Harry Price movie, Harry Price Ghost Hunter, and there's also a TV series about him. And they're but they're more like I don't know, you know those ones where it's like Sherlock Holmes is always someone different, and you know I don't know how accurate they are. It's a TV show.
Yeah, that it's from 2015. Harry Price Ghost Hunter is on, it was on Amazon Prime.
It was.
It was. Only available with ads.
I would attempt to watch
That'd be one way to watch it.
Just by this little bit that Tammy's gone over, I'm not too thrilled. I'm not getting nothing here.
Yeah.
We haven't drank enough.
I know you didn't see that.
Probably.
So the questioning of Harry Price's integrity began quickly after his death. In December 1948, Charles Sutton, a journalist for the Daily Mail, claimed he once caught Price attempting to fake a poltergeist at Borley Rectory in 1929, allegedly finding his pockets full of bricks and pebbles. The primary scholarly attack followed in 1956 with the book The Haunting of Borley Rectory. It was co-authored by former Price collaborators Eric Dingwall and Kathleen Golding, along with intense hostile critic Trevor Hall. The book aimed to entirely discredit the Borley case. Hall subsequently became the chief antagonist against Price's memory, releasing further critical works such as The New Light on Old Ghosts in 1966 and the biographical critique The Search for Harry Price in 1978.
Wow.
And then there was debate surrounding his work. So he was accused of fraud, and critics, including members of the Society for Psychical Research, accused Price of faking phenomena and manipulating evidence at the rectory. On his professional background, some were skeptical of his work, partly because he began as a stage magician and did not have the same standing as other members of the SRP. And then the Borley report, after his death, the SPR conducted their own investigation of his claims and concluded that he had faked much of the phenomena. And then defenses, supporters have argued that the accusations against him were not convincingly rebutted, and that other SPR members had played dirty tricks on him. So I don't know if they liked him or not.
It doesn't sound like the
What do you guys
SPR
think,
liked
Sophie?
him.
Yeah.
But I
No.
mean, if we look at a lot of our people today that are famous, the famous ghost hunters that we have today, some just look at the ticker tape. Once upon a time they thought that he was very credible, and then people kind of turned on him and said, "Well, he's faking a lot of it." So I mean, when you're put in a position to come up with results, then maybe you might have to fake it.
Yeah, you lose your credibility
Well,
if you start having to fake it.
Well, look at the ones we're going to be talking about next week.
Oh, jeez.
The famous couple.
Oh, that's next week?
That's next week to finish off the month.
Damn it! Why couldn't it be like 2 weeks from now? Because I wouldn't be here. No, just kidding.
And that'll be Alaska month. We're saving the Ghost of Route 66 for January when you're back.
All right.
Which 2026 is the 100-year anniversary of Route 66. So it's perfect timing.
Ooh.
Perfect timing.
And I've already started having fun writing that one.
All right. So no, I mean, if we look at Price, if we take apart the controversies, he did write a lot of stuff that did propel the profession further, which was picked up by other people that we've talked about. So that's kind of why we're talking about him, because he did have some contributions to the paranormal field that we can get into, and we can say, okay,
Honestly, where? From all I'm seeing and hearing is he's just crap.
Well, he does have a lot of books.
We didn't have a lot of technology in 1881.
But I know that his books have inspired other people. So, I mean, he did lead into things, even if he did fake it, just as some other individuals currently who have had TV shows led the industry, inspired new people to do the job, partake in the hobby. And those heroes have all tend to have fallen by the wayside and got themselves in trouble too.
Yeah, but not all of them.
Well, a good majority of them have screwed up and gotten themselves in trouble. Paranormal State, Ghost Adventures.
Yeah. Okay. Continue on.
So,
Continue on.
so Harry Price was a self-styled ghost hunter with an eye for publicity. He made it his mission to study the building, uncover the source of its supposed memories. Can't talk. The ensuing investigation would make him a national celebrity, while adding a new dimension to the British obsession with the paranormal. Victorian and post-World War I Britain provided the perfect environment for figures like Harry Price due to the intense public interest in the supernatural and spiritualism. Despite its industrial achievements, Victorian Britain developed a significant interest in the supernatural, and the fascination was greatly amplified following the devastation of World War I, with millions of lives lost in the trenches. Countless families sought comfort and reassurance. I can't talk. Through spiritualism. Some words are really getting tough. Okay, so they were hoping to find evidence that the death was not final. This widespread grief and demand for proof of life after death formed the primary context in which Harry Price operated. So then we want to Harry Price, a ghost hunter and publicist. So he was a ghost hunter and psychical researcher. According to this person named Vernon, Price inherited wealth and was seeking occupation where he could provide publicity, and which he greatly enjoyed. So he had a lot of money and wasn't sure what to do with it. But then he found that ghost hunting could get him a lot of publicity, and he loved it. So he was very active in the 20s and 30s, but he made a lot of enemies along the way. And
I could see why.
Most of his activity was in the 20s. Huh?
I said I could see why he made a bunch of enemies.
Yeah. So his biggest thing was he liked to expose frauds.
A fraud exposing
But the most
frauds.
famous, yeah, his most defining moment and the thing that brought him, made him the most famous was his investigation of the Borley Rectory. Began in 1929 in a former clergy house in rural Essex. And the legend was the rectory was reportedly haunted, most famously by the ghost of a nun. The sensational nature of the haunting had already been reported in the tabloids. But after contacting the owners, Price took up residence and formally declared the house his psychic laboratory, turning the local legend into a major public experiment. For just a second.
Making it a public experiment. You know, I bet the people in that town were just going, what the hell? Get the hell out of here. We don't want none of your bullshit here. My God, turning it into a public experiment?
So he started this experiment as a militaristic operation to try and find evidence of ghosts. He wrote to the Times and posted an advertisement asking for observers who would be willing to stay at the rectory and hold vigils. And there was just one mangy camp bed because he didn't want his observers to have any comfort or any sleep. So volunteers soon arrived to serve their shifts and began recording every creak, every knock, every cold draft. And just as Price had hoped, it didn't take long.
I just
It
want to
didn't
throw
take
this.
long for the building to start performing.
I want to throw this in here.
Yeah.
I was familiar with his books, which is why I put him down on the list because the books did kind of inspire a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't know about a lot of this other stuff, so take it as you will. Yeah, Julie says no sleep, you will see things.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, he said it didn't take long for it to start performing, so
Well, gee, I wonder why.
you know,
Sleep
yeah,
deprivation.
he said all sorts of phenomena happened. There was a window that smashed as if somebody was standing in the room and knocked the glass outwards. Mysterious writing appeared on the walls. A gold ring turned up from nowhere. The case really gained Price notoriety.
Okay, all right. Let me throw this in here. I'm not saying Harry Price was the early version of Zach Baggins.
But hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'll save it for later.
Don't forget it.
Oh, I won't.
So Price cataloged his incidents, published his findings, and filled lecture halls with audiences eager for the tales of haunted England. His account of the nun's ghost, supposedly a murdered woman, picked up alive for breaking her vow of chastity. She became the central part of his stories, despite no record of any convent being found on the site. Still, the legend spread faster than their refutations, assisted by the tabloid that gave Price's stories the front page treatment. He faced significant distrust from fellow ghost hunters, particularly members of the established SPR, which valued strict scientific scrutiny of supernatural claims.
Okay.
But then he had his internal.
Let me
Go
throw
ahead.
this in about the SPR. They valued strict scrutiny of supernatural claims, so they were kind of skeptics.
Big time.
So, I mean, like a former ally of ours would fit in with that group very well.
Right?
Because I know about the SPR and that they just, they wanted to debunk everything. And that was their shtick. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, this was a guy that I've read the earlier books, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, the people who taught me had read those books and said, yeah, these were inspired by some of the other people on our list. And then the more we get into this, I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
If you just read the books, but if you learn more about it, then you kind of have to go the other direction of 1920 Zach Baggins. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Price's critics with the SPR accused him of sensualization and using sloppy methods during his investigations. More seriously, some suspected he might have actively staged incidents himself to ensure publishable results. This animosity extended to people close to him, illustrating how divisive his methods were. And Molly Goldney, which was his secretary, had a complex love-hate relationship with him and sometimes acted against his interests. Goldney was also best friends with fellow ghost hunter Eric Dingwall, who reportedly hated Price. So now we get to the Borley Rectory expose. 8 years after Price's death in 1948, Goldney and Dingwall published their critical book, The Haunting of Borley Rectory, a critical survey of evidence. According to Vernon, the book served as an expose of all the fraudulent evidence that Harry Price had created and it generally revealed the terrible way he had conducted his investigation. Goldie's motivation was described as wanting her final say to discredit the investigation, and that gave the notoriety that Price had achieved. The book leveled severe accusations against Price, claiming he was guilty of planting objects, manipulating witnesses, and faking phenomena. Despite these strong allegations, Price's reputation among the general public ultimately withstood the attacks.
Seriously.
I guess some people still believe him.
Yeah, they're all Zach Baggins wannabes too.
Early Zach Baggins.
Early Zach Baggins, yeah.
So the attempt to discredit Harry Price's work at the rectory was arguably unsuccessful. As Vernon notes, when people think of the rectory, they remember Harry Price and the investigation, not the subsequent expose. Price's name effectively became shorthand for the professional ghost hunter, credible due to his skepticism, yet highly engaging due to his theatrical methods.
Theatrical methods speak for itself right there.
Yeah. So both the Borley Rectory and the style of paranormal investigation pioneered by Price continue to exert enormous influence. He remains one of the most famous ghost hunters in history, regardless of the alleged foul play he may have deployed.
Well,
The author Shirley Jackson
unfortunately, sorry, I'm going to break. We were only at 32 minutes. Unfortunately, yes, Harry Price will go down in history as a famous ghost hunter, just like other ghost hunters that have been shamed and deemed to be untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Take it for what it is. As Julie said, it's a soap opera.
We know a few. I didn't say that loud.
So the author Shirley Jackson was profoundly inspired by Price's reports and incorporated many of the elements into her classic 1959 Gothic horror novel, The Haunting of Hill House. So Price's year-long controlled investigation of the empty Borley Rectory, which began in 1937, was instrumental in establishing modern ghost hunting practices. So he assembled a large team of nearly 50 researchers to meticulously document every unexplained event.
50 people
during the intensive
That's a serious amount of people to have.
To have on a team, whether the researchers or investigators or not, that's an awful lot.
Well, I mean, you put 50 people in a building, you're going to hear knocks and creaks and everything else moving on.
Right? And damn,
exactly.
And I thought my team was big at the time, at 11. Now it's down to like 6 or 7.
Sorry, Tammy, go ahead.
Yeah.
It says during his intensive study, he pioneered investigative techniques that are now standard. Tape measures to check physical structure, like wall thickness.
Do you have a tape
Cameras
measure
for
there?
visual documentation.
I never use it on a case.
I was going to say, I've never used one on a case.
It's in my Squatch pack, but it's not in my ghost pack.
But it's standard equipment. We should
Apparently
have
not. Apparently by the time the Oasters got a hold of their stuff, it was not part of the toolkit.
Sorry.
So they also wanted portable telephones for real-time communication among the dispersed researchers. Hey, we got cell phones now.
Yeah.
They had
And
portable
they wanted
telephones
remote
back then?
controlled. They also wanted remote controlled equipment to record activity without human presence.
I'm still on the portable phone.
Oh, he was into seances too.
Oh, come on.
And James is done for the night. He's checked out.
Seances?
It-
Dude, he wants to
It says
make more
Price-
shit?
It said Price's team conducted numerous seances inside the rectory, claiming contact with two distinct entities. Marie, a French nun, had reportedly communicated by leaving distress messages written on the walls begging for help.
You know,
And then-
we could always find messages on walls begging for help too. Just everyone's got to turn their back for about 2 seconds and never mind the piece of chalk in my hand.
Exactly. And I want
Or
to
the
know
red
how long it
lipstick
took
or
them
something.
to get those two entities.
Were the,
The
messages
next one says,
were the messages there already, or did they show up during the séance? That's the question. Because the séance, you hold hands and everybody closes your eyes, and then you're all there like that, and then that's when you have somebody. You know, if you got 50 people, you got an accomplice running in and goes, "Help me!" and then running back out another door.
yeah, or all the curtains around or something.
Yeah,
But
you gotta
yeah,
check
it
those curtains to
says
make sure they're
that,
not moving.
Yeah, 'cause it says when they were doing the seances, they were contacting Marie. So, yeah, there was also something called Sunix Amurs, a sinister presence that delivered a chilling prophecy that he would burn the rectory down on March 27th, 1938, and reveal the remains of a murder victim. So, true to the prophecy, although not on the exact date predicted, the Borley Rectory was consumed in flames in 1939. The fire started when the new owner allegedly knocked over an oil lamp, though insurance investigators later suggested that it could be a cause of arson. And during the inferno, a local woman claimed to see a ghostly figure of a nun trapped in an upstairs window, eternally repeating her terrible fate.
Of course she is.
And then Harry returned to the site to sift through the smoldering ruins. And in 1943, he announced his most dramatic and often cited evidence: human bone fragments were unearthed from the rectory's foundations. Price immediately declared these fragments be the... Go ahead.
No, you got it. I didn't get down far enough there.
It says Price immediately declared these fragments to be the remains of the legendary nun Marie.
Oh, wait. He
presenting the
declared,
discovery.
but he didn't have them tested.
Yeah, he said that they were the final proof of Borley's haunting. The bone fragments Price claimed were the nuns' remains were not buried in the Borley parish, as the locals dismissed them as mere pig bones. So he arranged for the burial to take place in a neighboring town, personally orchestrating the ceremony.
Oh, Jesus. And the clown circus continues.
Well, now next weekend when we do the Warrens, it won't totally suck. So we got to have one right in the middle of some that
You know, when we get to next week, I just may as well have that hat with the tubes here. I'll just nonstop drink the whole damn show. Oh my God. This is leading up to them. Please don't tell me that's... Oh, man. Never mind.
Oh, next week's will be good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll drink more water so I can talk.
we need to find James a beer hat.
No.
I'm sure Amazon's got them now on the
Totally.
Black Friday sales.
You know what? I'm sure they do.
If not,
That's all right.
party shops. They always have them. And maybe
Yeah.
like the duck store or something.
Or just get a very
Okay,
long
following-
straw and just put it in a bottle. Forego the beer hat,
Have you
forego
seen
the
those-
glass.
Yeah. Or those great big huge long tall drinking things that you get at the fair?
Well, we can always go down to Vegas, get that 3-foot glass.
I want to go to Vegas.
Well, if we ever go to Vegas, we got to go to Zach Baggins just so we can laugh.
Yeah, and let's make sure he's there at the same time.
Oh yeah, we can spot all the cameras in the damn building because that's apparently what he does. Is he sits in his house, which is right behind the haunted museum, and he watches all the people walking through. I'll wear my
As
shirt.
everybody's
We'll
wearing
all
not Zach
shirt.
Baggins.
We'll all wear the shirt to the haunted mansion.
I want him to guide us through there so we can laugh at him while we're looking at that shit.
I would say we should try to smuggle some K2s in, but I think they would be a little bit smarter about that. Because there's not a lot of lights on inside the building itself, so a K2 is going to light up really good.
Yeah.
Maybe a digital recorder.
I was just thinking maybe a digital recorder, yeah.
You know, because all the spirits that'll talk to us.
Yeah, they'll be saying, please help me, get me away from this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's putting this on parade.
Because he's not Zach Baggins.
He's a damn entertainer, not an investigator. Damn
And
it.
for those of you watching at home, no, the show is entertaining. It's entertaining. It's not what we do. It's entertaining.
It's the only reason why I haven't gotten fired for not being able to pronounce words.
That's all right. I'm
But
sure
then I
if we
can
get
work for
to it.
money anyway.
Well, once we get to another country where I can't pronounce everything, then you won't feel so bad.
No, when that happens, I'll have a fresh bottle of Jack here, and every time you screw up a word, I'll just take a swig off of it.
Well, then, when we get to Norway, we'll just let you know ahead of time because I will butcher everything. Worse than Spanish.
I got the perfect bottle over here for that.
Anyway, Tammy, go ahead.
Okay. Following Price's death in 1948, the Society for Psychical Research conducted its own inquiry, which resulted in the skeptical Borley Report. This report cast serious doubt on Price's findings, suggesting he had either fabricated evidence or simply misinterpreted natural phenomena. However, the controversy is two-sided. Psychic researcher John L. Randall defended Price, and countering that members of the SPR had engaged in dirty tricks against Price during his investigation. To this day, it remains a matter of debate whether Harry Price was a brilliant paranormal researcher or merely a masterful showman with a talent for manipulation. What is undeniable is his lasting impact on the field of paranormal investigation. He has an extensive collections of writings on magic and psychic phenomena that forms the Harry Price Archives at the University of London and the Harry Price Library of Magical Literature at the Senate House Library. While Borley Rectory itself is gone, reduced to ash and foundation stones, its reputation as the most haunted house in England endures as a persistent specter in popular culture. And that's my part.
He was nothing but a damn showman. He wanted the fame and fortune. And oh my god, the lasting impact on the field of paranormal investigation? Give me some better proof than this crap. I think he's a full-out fraud. And that begins Skeptic's Corner. I just want
There you go.
I just want to say that is a blotch on the paranormal. I don't see his real contributions except on how to fake shit. He's a magician assistant or whatever. He's dealing with the magic shit and all that. No. Nope. You don't even need to ask me again. He's a fraud in many ways. And it sounds like he's had more haters than he does supporters. So that kind of tells me a whole lot right there in itself.
Yeah. And then next week we'll do the Warrens, and James will sit in the corner and just drink himself to death. Who needs a liver?
Oh my God. I can't no more for this. I just can't.
Hey, do you want to talk about something else?
What'd she find?
I didn't find anything.
Oh, he had so many people that so many cases that he did and so many people that he messed with. Yeah, it said his archives were deposited with the University of London between 1976 and 1978 by his widow. They include his correspondence, drafts of his publications, papers related to libel cases, reports on investigation, press cuttings, and photographs. His collection included 13,000 items from his estate. But yeah, there was, I don't know, he seems like well, this all says that like Price was a showman and publicity seeker, doing numerous newspaper interviews and live radio broadcasts from haunted places.
And he was out looking for the fame and fortune. It's nothing for real scientific into the paranormal. Yeah, I'll tell you how it really is, Julie. Keep it going. I mean,
so if you guys ever come down this way, this is off the subject, but supposedly our playground here is haunted, so that you can check that out. It's like right across the street from my house.
What was there before the playground?
A farm. Supposedly a kid was shot after the shot in the playground, but I don't know when. I can't find any information on it. And I live in one of the later phases, so I don't know. One of these days I'm going to ask about it, because it keeps coming up in books I'm reading about Oregon ghosts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has my address in it.
Damn. All right, Doc, what you got?
So, what do you guys all think of Harry?
No. I'm done with Harry. All right, Doc,
well,
what
next
you got?
week we have Ed and Lorraine.
Doc,
That one should be interesting. There's a lot of information about them.
Well, of course. They're into anything and everything. Seems like every investigator before them, they mentioned them in one way or another, or in some other investigation we've talked about, location, their names have been brought in. So, I mean, come on. They're the king and queen
I think their names have been in every single one I've read about.
Yeah, they're the king and queen of paranormal. Hate saying it that way, but whatever.
Just wait, everybody, for next week, and James will have a whole bottle done by the time we're at the 45-minute mark.
Are you kidding?
30-minute mark.
10.
10?
And then I'll be calling out.
I'll bring some of that cider.
No, I'll behave. I mean, I'm all right. I'm behaving. Kinda.
Oh, next week should be fun. You'll have a lot of things to say.
Yeah. I like Julie's response, Mr. and Mrs. Fakery. That they are, well, they're all demonic related more than anything.
Just like somebody else said, we all know.
Yeah. That we, the hashtag.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's not much else to say about Mr. Harry Price. I mean, he wrote a lot of books. He was helped move the paranormal field along. But yeah,
How did he honestly move it along besides the fakery shit? I mean,
well, because he was popular and he inspired other people. So let's go with that. Even though he faked it, and there's other people that fake things on TV all the time, he was faking things to get popularity just like these other people. It did inspire other people to pursue this thing.
It didn't move the field along.
I'm just saying it inspired other people. Julie says, I believe nothing the Warrens have said and done. We'll cover all that next week. By the way, the Conjuring movies, good, entertaining set of movies.
Mm-hmm. Sure they are.
They're entertainment. It's like everything else on...
I've not sat down to watch them yet.
They're entertaining.
Of course.
Are they factual? Are they historical? No.
I'm sure there's some that are historical correct in there.
Well,
I think.
All the movies basically take the basic case, the Smurl case.
You're right, and then they just
blow
it out of proportion.
Yeah, they take the basic case and they spin it way out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So
to answer you, James, he's known as a pioneering ghost hunter, and because he significantly contributed to the field of paranormal research by investigating phenomena like telepathy, poltergeists, and haunted houses. And he helped bring paranormal research to the public by making his research entertaining.
So his research is entertainment.
Yeah.
That is
That's
not moving
what
the field
came
along.
up.
I'm sorry, that's pure entertainment, not moving a field along. Come on.
It said his impact included popularizing ghost research.
I think James is done with the topic.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know how we gave this guy time of day. Shame on you for bringing him into
I
this.
just do what the boss tells me.
Yeah, I'm talking to the boss right now. What the hell were you thinking? Just like those movies you had us watch or suggested us watch.
Well, the other TV series is a lot better than the documentary series, but the documentary series did inspire you guys to go along with the crazy idea to do our own documentaries.
Right.
True.
Of course.
So everything leads into something.
Oh, it ties into something.
James is going to have an aneurysm. Julie, professor says you're going to have an aneurysm.
Oh, well. Probably wouldn't be the first. Oh, shit.
And as Willy Wonka said to little Charlie, you're just lucky to be here. Me.
No. I give
I
up.
like learning about all these people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so, but damn it. Give me something a little more. God damn it. Honestly, I don't like getting like this with stupid shit like that. I mean, come on. I want
Yes,
a good story.
but it's entertaining to the crowd.
Well, it is to Julie.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
As
as
you
long
guys
as-
think we're all crazy.
and
I
the
think she
chaos
expects
ensued.
it.
And it's off the rail. It was off the rail a long ass time ago.
Oh yeah, it was. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and duck out early. There's not much else we can actually fill in for 4 minutes. Already did the top of the hour. I got nothing.
What you got,
So
Tammy?
there's an interesting little bar here in town called the Serpent and Sparrow, or Sparrow and Serpent, one of the two. But anyway, they're starting a Eugene Ghost Hunters meetup on like one Friday a month or something. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I've always
You
wanted to
can,
go
you
there.
can
So it'd
be
be a good
you can be
excuse.
you can be our contact for that area.
Yeah, I made little cards. I have things hanging in my office, so anybody that walks in, I tell them about it. I have a big sign that says DBK Investigations above my desk.
Oh, the reach is getting out there.
Well, I mean, on
And my job has nothing to do with that.
oh, I mean, we did have a guy from India on War Room saying hi from India.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So we're
Well, I did. The license plate frames go on my car tomorrow with the Sasquatch encrypted stickers. So I'll send you guys a picture of that.
Nice.
I'll be a driving billboard for DBK.
and I know I've got DBK investigations in the back window of my car, so
Yeah, it'll be on the front and back of mine.
a rolling billboard.
Yeah, I
Yep.
had one in mind, but it kind of came off, so I need to get a new one.
Julie says I need a shirt. We are working on a reputable dealer that can get these shirts done. My Zach Baggins shirt I've got on now was not from the store because I ordered them and they did not look as great as I wanted them to. So I am not going to put those products out on the line for you to pay money for a shirt that's going to fall apart in no time.
Well, that we don't want to listen to you complain to us about how bad the quality is when we have no control over it, right?
Yeah, especially. I mean, we're trying to set the prices as low as we can on these shirts. We're not going to be making like thousands of dollars off the clothing line. Everything that we make from the Ghost Walks, the clothing line, the movie, it all goes right back into DBK, better equipment, hotel stays. The money does not go into my hands, doesn't go into anybody else's hands. It's just there to make sure that the product we put out is better each and every time. For
And we don't
example,
want the t-shirts to look.
I did get a couple good Amazon deals on their Black Friday. We have a little camera drone. It's just AI. It flies itself. We don't need a cameraman. This thing is an automatic camera. It'll fly around. We just tell it what to do, where to go. It'll film us from a distance. It'll do aerial shots. It'll follow us through the woods. It'll follow us on the sides and the front and the back. It'll just do a 360 loop around us. But the thing is, it's an automatic cameraman. It's small. It's tiny. It just fits in your pocket. Just folds up. Boom. throw it in the pocket, turn it on, it scans your face, it'll lock onto you, it'll keep up. So we are calling our drone Connor 2.0, the ultimate cameraman.
He should feel proud about that.
Oh, I've already told them we're naming our hover camera Connor, CNER 2.0, Connor. But we love our paranormal parkour. They're good guys. We just give them a lot of crap.
Gotta give it to somebody.
Yeah, and hey, they take it and they laugh with us, so it's all right.
Until they start to cry.
I know little Josh loves to give Connor a lot of grief on their investigation, so
yeah.
We'll probably try to have those guys on War Room one night, discuss things.
Yeah, have them on. Let's have them discuss their latest, drop on YouTube. We can pick it apart.
Question: Where? Julie says, "Question: Where do you buy your equipment?" 98% of my stuff comes from Amazon. 2% of it comes from GhostStop.com.
Yeah, mine is about 50-50, Amazon and Ghost Stop. The big stuff like the SLS camera and the mini portal is local.
Yeah, I built my portal box, so.
Well, I got those two down in Salem, so yeah.
Wow. So, anyway, we're going to jump out. Next week is the Warrens. James will be drunk in the next 10 minutes for that one.
Nah, I promise I won't be. I'm not even drunk now. Shit.
Almost kind of should have been.
He could have, should have. Definitely should have been for this one.
All right, everybody, we're going to pass it off to James. Sign us out for the night.
Oh yeah, just kidding. Hold your cryptids close and tight and hug them all night. See you until next week.
See you.
That was backwards, but okay.
That's all right.